Kirby Air Riders released recently. I was super hyped and bought it the morning of release, and after playing over 10 hours since then, I decided to give a spoiler-free full review. At the end of the video, I'll let you know if you should buy it or not, in case you're having trouble deciding. Anyway, let's get right into it because I have a lot to talk about. I purchased the game digitally from the eShop, and after buying it, it took around 2 hours to finish downloading. So definitely download this game a little while before you plan to play. After it loaded up, it suggested I start with lessons. I thought, oh, okay, this will teach me the basics. But no, it didn't just teach me the basics. It taught me almost every skill in the game, and then tested me to make sure I understood them. After completing all the levels and a practice test or two, I was ready to go out and figure the complicated stuff on my... Yeah, when I went out, I realized there were 4 more lessons: advanced techniques, machines, copy abilities, and city trial. The lessons cover everything you need to know before you even start your first race. Now, I understand some people do like figuring stuff out on their own, which is completely fine, because you can skip the lessons if you want. But if you're worried about the game being too complex, then forget about it. The lessons make everything super easy to understand. And if you feel like you didn't fully understand something, then you can redo the lesson as many times as you want. Overall, the lessons were an amazing idea. Then I finally got into my first real race. Thanks to everything I learned, I picked things up pretty quickly. You race against 5 other players, and this leads to one of my small problems. 6 racers isn't a lot. Nintendo's other main racing game, Mario Kart World, has 24 racers. I think 24 might be a little bit too many for a chaotic game like Kirby Air Riders, but I think 8 or even 10 or 12 racers could have worked. All the mechanics work really well. Sometimes it's kind of hard to control. I usually run into a wall or two every race, and you might say that that's just a skill issue, and you're probably right. I'll mention other features of this mode later in the video, so stick around. Top Ride is the second mode in Kirby Air Riders. It's similar to Air Ride mode, but you're viewing it from above. It's kind of like looking at the mini-map in normal Air Ride, but slightly different. There are ramps, rails, and copy abilities, but no specials, which I think is weird. I personally can't think of any specials that wouldn't work in Top Ride. If you can, then let me know in the comments. Top Ride has 2 control methods, free control and steer control. I recommend trying both just to see which one you prefer, but I personally like free control. It feels much more like normal Air Ride. I could not figure out steer control for the life of me. I used it for 1 race, and half the time I was going backwards. If someone can explain it, please let me know in the comments. The maps are much smaller than Air Rides, but I really do love this mode almost as much as the normal mode, if not even more. City Trial is currently the most popular side mode. You and a couple of other players drive around a large map with different locations, like small buildings, a volcano, a river, and an underground cave with crystals. While exploring, upgrades spawn that increase stats like speed, health, turning, boost, and flight. You can spin attack to break boxes, which explode with upgrades. During the 5 minutes you have, random events might begin. Small races, multiple boxes spawning in one location, or even a small boss. After a certain amount of time, a race begins, and the upgrades you found might help you win. City Trial is definitely more than 5, but once you're done practicing, you'll move on to online. Air Ride, Top Ride, and City Trial all have online functionality, which means you can play with real people if you have the Nintendo Online subscription. You do not have free speech. You can only use preset phrases that Nintendo has chosen, like "good game" or "I'll get you next time." These online races are the same as normal, except the CPUs are replaced with actual people. And there's no need to worry about being a noob against pros, because the game pairs you with players around your same rank or skill level. One thing I love is the license system. It's a customizable card where can change the theme, frame, stickers, decals, and even your street name or nickname. Online was a mode that absolutely needed to be in Kirby Air Riders. Road Trip is basically this game's story mode. I've finished about a quarter of it, but I understand it pretty well. To avoid spoilers, I won't explain the story. I'll just tell you what you do. You drive along the long straightaway and approach different characters across 3 lanes. Depending on the lane you choose, you get a different challenge. Flying into targets, defeating enemies, or just doing a top ride race. You also encounter bosses that you can fight or race. Waddle Dee shops, where you buy upgrades, copy abilities, and food, and rest stops, where you choose between 3 upgrades. The cutscenes are great and very well animated, but to avoid spoilers, that's all the information I'll give you about the story. I really like the copy abilities. For those of you who don't know what a copy ability is, basically you can inhale an enemy and say it's an enemy that throws fireballs or shoots electricity. Then after inhaling, for a period of time, your rider will be able to throw fireballs or shoot electricity. It's weird seeing everyone use them since it's kind of Kirby's thing in the mainline games, but it was a smart move to let everyone use them for balance purposes. Because there are no items, copy abilities basically replace them. However, an argument could be made that our next topic also works as an item replacement. Every character has a special move, and they're all different. A gauge fills up when you take damage or attack enemies. Some make sense, Kirby wielding a giant sword, King Dedede with a rocket hammer, and then there's others that don't make any sense at all, like Waddle Dee just becoming golden and basically getting the invincible star from Mario. Makes 0 sense, but at least it's still fun. Characters in this game include expected ones like Kirby, Meta Knight, and Waddle Dee, but also unexpected ones like Daroach and Starman. Some characters feel like small enemies or NPC type picks. I do wish more Forgotten Land characters were in the game. Owufis, Bernard, the dog with a gun.
What the dog doing?
Digga, and especially Elflin. How on earth is Elflin not a rider? But overall, the roster is pretty good. I'm planning to make a video ranking every character, so subscribe to make sure you don't miss it. You can tell the developers of this game put a ton of work into the machines. Every machine feels completely different. Some don't move unless you boost. Some are fast but drift horribly. Some are amazing in the air but struggle on the ground. One of my personal favorites is the Transform Star. It can swap between bike form and star form whenever you want. Bike form excels on the ground, while star form does much better in the air. You'll want to switch depending on whether you're going into a flying section or landing back on the ground. The machines were really well designed, and I'm also planning on making a video where I rank all of these, so subscribe if you want to see that. My Machine is a mode where you can create your own custom machine. Here are some I made. Yeah, they're not very good, but you can do way more. People have made the Nintendo GameCube, Splatoon squids, and even GVG has a great video showing some of the coolest ones, so you can go check that out after this. In my very first Top Ride race, I saw someone using a warp star with a Peter Griffin face on it. The customization in this game is truly insane. There are a total of 5 amiibo for this game, and they give off huge Skylanders vibes. You can swap both their riders and their machines. They connect with magnets, just like the Switch 2 Joy-Cons, and you can even train them in-game, just like Smash Bros. They're a bit bigger than normal amiibo, and they cost... Yeah, I planned on collecting all of the Switch 2 amiibo, but with these, that might not happen. Unless you subscribe! The garage is a small place where you can display your machines and walk around and look at them. You can buy small, medium, and large garages. You can even buy them with different themes. It's a creative way to show off your own custom machines. Say you just finished a race and got second place. Not too shabby. Out of the 4 people you beat, 1 used a warp star, 2 used paper stars, and 1 used a wagon star. You now have 1 warp star, 1 paper star, and 1 wagon star gummy. If you go to the collection menu, you'll see the gummy room. Here you can fling, scoop, slice, attract, or smack gummies around. It's just a fun turn your brain off mode, and it's one of my favorites in the entire game. What's that? You want more machines, machine parts, headwear, license cards, and music tracks? Then you're an oddly specific person, but luckily the Miles Shop has all of that. Wait a second, Miles Shop? In the Miles Shop you can buy new machines to ride on, machine parts or accessories for making your My Machine, headwear for your riders to wear on their head, licensed themes, frames, street names, decals, and stickers, and music tracks that you can play whenever you would like. The Miles Shop is an absolutely amazing addition. Collection menu has a few other features that I want to run through quickly. The game log tracks your stats and milestones, while Rivals is a feature I'm not even going to attempt to understand. The movies section lets you rewatch any cutscenes that you've already unlocked, and the personal best menu keeps records of your best times and even lets you race against your past self. There's also a music player where you can listen to tracks you've purchased, and replays where you can watch your past races. The customization in this game is wild. Aside from My Machine, licenses, garages, headwear, and riders, you can also change the button mapping, rumble strength, UI layout, special gauge placement, text size, and colors. What's even better, different players on the same account can have their own presets. Let's say Timmy and Johnny both share an account. Timmy wants max rumble and the HUD on the right, while Johnny wants no rumble and the HUD on the left. Timmy can have it his way, and then when it's Johnny's turn, he can switch names and then have it his way. You can even have different settings per game mode, as this applies to all of them. This level of customization is amazing. As some guy once said, it's the little things in life, and this game has a ton of them. There's the sound effect when you enter the game, the way the menu pieces drop in like cardboard onto a wooden table, and the little Kirby and Waddle Dee on the home menu, the Kirby logo that looks around during loading screens, and the gold raining down after a race. The fact that Gooey My Goat spins using his tongue instead of just spinning around normally like other racers is super fun. Even the jumps in the paddock are character dependent. Starman bounces all the way to the ceiling, while Rocky barely gets off the ground because he's so heavy. All these tiny touches really add to the charm of this amazing game. So far, this review has been pretty positive, but I do have a few nitpicks. Nothing major, just a couple small things that bothered me. As I mentioned earlier, there really aren't any Forgotten Land riders. I would have loved to see the Awoofies or Bernard, and of course Elphalin, who somehow isn't a rider, even though she was technically the second main character in Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Another nitpick is that in My Machine, you can only edit one of the Transform Star forms. You should definitely be able to customize both forms. And my last nitpick is that there's no battle mode. City Trial and some mini-games kind of resemble one, but there's no actual battle mode. I would love one with a couple maps, probably around 8 or 10, copy abilities, and automatic special gauge boosts as items. That would have been amazing. Having no dedicated battle mode feels like such a missed opportunity. Now we've come to the end of my review. and it's time to figure out if you should buy this game or not. First of all, it does cost $70, so if you're currently saving your money for something else, maybe don't spend it on this. If you're a Kirby fan and or a racing game fan, then this game is definitely for you. If not, then you might not enjoy it as much. I personally rate Kirby Air Riders a 9 out of 10, as both a Kirby fan and a racing fan. There are a few things I dislike, but very few. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing. If you want to see more game reviews like this, then let me know in the comments. But that's it for this one, so goodbye and see you next time.